Hello and welcome to our Yoga for Cancer chair class. So this is designed for you to do a little bit of home practice. Do please make sure that it's okay with your medical team, that you're able to partake in some exercise. But this is a really nice, accessible class. So let's start by getting set up nice and comfortably. So you want to get yourself a nice stable chair, not one that's on wheels, and one that's reasonably firm so it gives you some support. So I'm using here one of my dining chairs. If you have something similar, that would be ideal. And you want to make sure that your feet are comfortably on the floor. So if the chair's a little high and you find your feet are not quite reaching, then you might just want to put maybe a folded blanket, or if you've got a nice large hardback book, or if you happen to have yoga blocks, you can use those. So we want to sit a little bit forward in the chair. And so this is to help us be a little bit more upright. So bringing our awareness to the pelvis. So the bottom of the spine is attached here. So if we allow the hips to roll back, then we're in this kind of slumped position. So we want to roll the hips forward enough that you can feel you're on your sitting bones rather than your tailbone. And then thinking about the rest of the spine lengthening up. So the shoulders are over your hips and we're balancing the head on the neck. So just taking a moment to feel that alignment, getting comfortable. And then we're taking one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. So wherever it feels comfortable to lay your hands. And gently close your eyes or just soften your gaze and turn your attention inwards and notice the flow of your breath. See, is there any tension you can let go of to let the breath be a little bit easier? Notice through the palms of your hands the movement of the breath in the body. And then starting to gently lengthen and deepen the breath. So focusing on the exhale, breathing all the way out until you feel the belly automatically starts to draw in. Relax as you breathe in. It's a nice, soft, long exhale. So often when we're stressed or anxious, there's a reflex to hold our breath and we don't breathe out fully. And then that means there's not enough space to breathe in lots of fresh air, and it can lead to that sense of not being able to breathe properly. So if we let go on the out breath, just release all the old air, empty the lungs, and now there's space. And take a nice fresh breath in, lots of oxygen. So keep it smooth and comfortable, so we're never straining. And then you can keep the hands in place, or if it's more comfortable to have them on your lap, you can do that. And we're just going to add a visualization. So with your eyes closed or just gently gazing at the floor, take your awareness to the soles of the feet. Imagine the breath is coming in through the center of the soles of the feet, coming up the lower legs, around the knees, up the thighs, to the hips, through the torso, all the way up to the top of the head. And as you exhale, move your awareness all the way back down the body, down through both legs, out through both feet. So in time with your breath, continue that visualization of the breath flowing through the whole body. Exhaling back down into the earth. So we're feeling that connection with the ground, feeling rooted. Okay, just do one more breath. And then at the end of that exhale, letting go of that visualization. But we're going to try and keep that full, smooth breath going through the whole class. Nice. So now we're going to work through all of our joints just to get them a little bit more mobilized, kind of oiling all the joints in the body. And so starting with the neck. So let's just gently drop the chin, keep your back upright, releasing the back of the neck. Good. Inhale, come back up. And then let the head gently tip over to the right. So we're feeling this side neck is releasing. And then if it's comfortable to move your head here, you can just gently nod back and forth. And you'll feel there's different muscles in the neck that we can reach through this movement. If this makes you feel dizzy, just keep the head steady and focus on just letting the weight of the head go and feeling that release in the side neck. Good. And then come back upright. Just realign the spine, making sure we're nice and tall. And then coming over to the left. So again, letting the weight of the head go, feeling that length from your ear to your shoulder. And again, if it's okay to move the head, we can nod back and forth. And then let's come back up to the center. And one more time, dropping the chin, releasing the back of the neck. Good, and coming back upright. Lovely. We're going to slide the hands to the tops of the thighs and roll the shoulders. So at this stage, we're keeping the back steady and just trying to move the shoulders. So nice, slow and steady. Making as round a movement as possible. Okay, releasing down. We'll turn the palms up, and this time we're rolling forwards. See if you can feel the movement of the shoulder blades. Let's do a couple more. Lovely, releasing down. And from here, we're going to gently close the hands. So it's a soft fist. And we're going to rotate the wrists. And as we rotate the wrists, start to let the arms come up. So just lift as high as you're comfortable to lift. When you've reached your maximum, we'll change the direction of your wrist rolls, coming all the way back down. Good. Let's do that once more, rolling the wrists. So it's nice for our joints, but also as we're raising the arms, it's really helpful for our lymph. Just encourage a little bit of lymph drainage back into the torso. Coming all the way back down. Nice. And then from here, as you breathe in, we're going to squeeze the hands. Exhale, stretch. Breathe in, squeeze. And release. So again, this is nice for our joints and our lymph, but we can also add an intention. So if there's something on your mind, something bothering you, you can send it into your fist, tight squeeze. Exhale, let that release. Imagine that floating away. So breathe in, channeling whatever it is you want to let go of, and exhale, release. Let's do one more. Good, have a nice little shake out, little wriggle. Nice spaghetti arms. And then let's let the hands just rest on the legs and just take a moment to notice how your arms and shoulders are feeling. It's always nice to feel the effect of a practice that we've done. Good. So now thinking about the spine as we work through all the joints. So just checking that the feet are hip distance, we can spread the toes. We're going to take the hands right onto the knees, so we're slightly leaning forward. And then from here, the movement starts in the pelvis. So we're going to roll the hips back, so it rounds the spine. If it's okay to look to your belly, then do. As you breathe in, rock the hips forward, start to lift the chest, gentle back bend. Good. I'll just turn sideways so you can see. So we're exhaling, rounding the back. Inhaling, rocking forwards, little back bend. So make these movements as big or as small as you like. Going to move nice and slowly with control. So you can feel into your body of how much movement is okay for you. And it may well vary from day to day. Sometimes something as simple as the temperature of the room can affect how easily we move. So keeping your awareness in your spine and just seeing if you can get a little bit of movement through all the vertebrae. Notice if there's anywhere that feels a bit stiff or a bit stuck, and just see if it's possible to breathe into that. Maybe help that release a little. Last one. And then come back to upright. Lovely. So let's take the feet a little bit wider. Got a nice steady base. I'm going to think about releasing the hips a bit more now. So from here, this time we want to keep the spine upright and nice and long. So we're not looking to curve the spine. So we get the movement in the hips. And we're going to circle the upper body. Again, you can make these as big or as small as you like. I'm going to make it slow and controlled. But we want to feel the movement in the hips. You might feel a stretch in your inner thighs. Good, let's change the direction. Good, and once more round. Lovely, come back up to the center. And then from here, again, thinking about the hips, but also waking up the feet. We're going to swivel our feet until ankles and knees are together, and then swivel them wide. And as we come wide, keep the knees over the ankles, otherwise we're not really getting into the hips. If you're wide with your knees dropped, that's not targeting what we're looking for. So it doesn't matter how wide you go, just see where you get to, keeping the shins vertical. Good. And it's also nice for our ankles and toes. And last one. Lovely. They're coming down the legs now. So you might want to hold on to your chair for a little bit of support. We're going to slide away your right foot. And then as we do that, often what happens is the back collapses. So tilt the hips forward if you can and stay nice and tall. Good. We're starting with the toes pointing up to the ceiling. And we're going to do some lovely big ankle circles. So make that nice and slow. And as big as you can. And back in the opposite direction. Again, these are nice for, obviously for our joints, but this movement and using the muscles in the leg as well can help with the circulation and the lymph flow in the lower parts of the body. Good. Toes up to the ceiling. Check your back hasn't collapsed. And then let's point the toes away as you breathe out. And then push the heels away as you breathe in. So as we're exhaling, there's a lengthening down the front of the leg. As you breathe in and push the heel, you might feel that in your calf muscle. So we're lengthening the back of the leg. Nice. And now let's keep the toes up. And this time, like we did with the hands, we're going to do the same with the feet. So we're going to scrunch the toes over like you're making a fist. And then spread the toes as wide as you can. So we inhale, squeeze the toes over. Exhale, stretch them wide. And what can help, just with the brain-toe connection, is to also do with your hand. If you find your toes are difficult to control, if you do the hand at the same time, you might find that your brain's more able to make that connection. And once more. Nice, give that a little shake out. Going to bring the foot back down and then just close your eyes or gaze to the floor and really notice how your right foot feels compared to your left. You might have some tingling in that right leg, that's quite normal. They might feel like they're different sizes. So you can really feel the effect of those very simple movements. Okay, so let's do the left. Again, keep your back upright, straighten out the left leg. So the heel rests on the floor. You can have your hands on your lap, you can hold on to your chair, whatever feels more secure. And then lovely big ankle circles. Sometimes we get little clicks as we do these movements on our ankles and toes. Again, they're quite normal releases. And now let's come back in the opposite direction. And last one. Good. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. Again, check with your back. It's probably started to slide down a bit. And now from here, we're going to point the toes as you exhale. Inhale, push the heel away. So go at your own pace, so it's in time with your breath. As a general guide in a yoga practice, the breath is kind of the controlling factor. So we always want that to be smooth and comfortable, and the movement fits the natural timing of your breath. So don't change your breath to fit in with your movements. Change the movements to fit in with your breath. Good. And then let's have the toes upright. Again, check in with your back. And then again, we're going to curl the toes over and stretch wide. So inhale, squeeze the toes. Exhale, spread wide. And again, you can use the hand on the same side if you find it's really difficult to make that connection to control the movement of your toes. The more you do it, the stronger that pathway becomes and it gets easier to do. But if you've never done this before, it might be a bit tricky. And last one. Good. Let's give the leg a little shake out. Bring the foot back down. And again, take a moment just to notice your feet, your lower legs. And hopefully they're feeling a bit more balanced now. So just keeping that connection of the feet with the floor, keeping the back nice and upright. I'm going to do some deeper stretches now. So let's take our fingertips to the shoulders, and nice and slowly with control, we're going to circle the elbows so they come towards each other, slowly up towards the ceiling or as high as you're comfortable to lift. See, is it possible to come behind you? Good. So nice and slow, so we don't overstretch, and just feeling out your range of movement, noticing differences between your left and your right. Good. And now coordinating with our breath. So we're breathing in as the elbows are coming up and out. Feel your ribs opening. And as we exhale, the elbows are coming down and towards each other. So the inhale, we're feeling the rib cage expanding. And as we exhale, the ribs gently draw a bit closer together. So the movement can help to deepen the breath. We coordinate it. Nice. And let's do one more. Lovely. Let's open the arms out, give them a little shake out. Lovely. Good. And then from here, we're going to have the arms either side of the body, and we're going to do a movement leading from the wrist. So as you breathe in, we're taking the right arm up with the fingers pointing towards the floor. As you exhale, we're going to flip the hand over and take that down. Good, so let's change sides. So inhale the left, flip the hand, exhale, coming down. Good. So again, go in time with your breath. It might be a different speed to mine. And we're just alternating. So we've got a little bit of a concentration challenge and a coordination challenge. But again, this is nice for our shoulders and our wrists, but is also helping with that lymph flow in the arms. Good. We'll do once more each side. And then we're going to have an extra challenge. Okay, so give the arms a little bit of a shake out just to get them comfortable. Okay, so now we're going to do both arms, but in opposite directions. So let's start by inhaling the right arm up, flip the hand. Now we're going to exhale the right arm down as we take the left arm up. So you can see one hand is up, one hand is down. Good. Change both hands and changing direction. So we're inhaling, change direction, exhaling, change direction. Don't worry if your hands are not pointing the right direction. Doesn't really matter, but it's a good mental exercise, improving our coordination and concentration. Good. Last time with the right arm up. We'll change the hands. Take the right arm down, left arm up, and then just the left arm comes down. Good. Give them a little shake out. And we'll just let the hands rest on the lap for now. Take a couple of deep breaths, feeling the feet connected with the floor. Good. So let's now take the hands together, and we're going to think about opening the chest and also getting a nice little twist for the back. So again, we're sitting up nice and tall, taking a deep breath in, and as we exhale, going to open out this right arm, turning to look over your shoulder, and exhale, come back to the center. Inhaling the left arm. Good. So like with all our movements, slow and steady with control, feeling into how far is okay to move today. As we're moving with this, keep a little bit of awareness of the spinal column and your head. We want to try and keep that upright so there's rotation rather than tipping over to one side. And there's the option to turn the head and look over the shoulder. But again, if you're having a dizzy day or that doesn't feel okay, keep the head looking forwards. And the body can rotate and we can keep the head still. So choose what feels better for you. Good. And once more. Good. Coming back to the center. Just let the shoulders relax. See if the option to close your eyes or just looking down to the floor. Taking some deep breaths. Great. Lovely. So let's rest the hands down for now. And then we're going to think now about some side stretching. So let's take the feet a bit wider, choose what's comfortable, and it just gives us a wider base to make us a little bit more stable when we come onto our side. So you can hold the side of the chair with your left hand, again for a little bit of stability. Going to gently press the heels down into the floor. So you're going to feel your thighs working. So although it's a chair class, we do work the legs. We're taking the right fingertips onto the shoulder. So first thing is we're going to breathe in, take the elbow up, and exhale, come down. So just feeling that movement. And let's do that once more. Good. This time, let's breathe in, take the elbow up. As you exhale, press the feet down. We're leaning over to the side. So you want to feel length down this side of the body. Inhale up and release down. Good. So breathing in. Exhale, come over. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, elbow down. Good. Let's just release that arm down and we'll change sides. So taking the left fingertips to the shoulder, keep the spine nice and upright. We inhale the elbow up. And again, this side might feel very different. So it's always nice just to explore your range of movement, find where your edges are. See if you can nudge them gently. Once more. Good. So again, coming into a side bend. So we inhale up, so we're already feeling length. Exhaling, coming over, keeping both hips sinking into the chair. Inhaling up, releasing down. Good. So inhaling up, exhaling over, inhaling up, exhaling down. Let's do one more. Good. Release the arm down, give that nice little wriggle out, shaking out the shoulders. Lovely. So we're going to do that once more, but we're going to take it a little bit further if that feels okay, and hold the side stretch. So again, you might want to now come a little bit wider, see what feels comfortable for your hips. And again, you can hold the side of the chair, or if it's more comfortable to have a hand on your leg, you can hold there instead. So right fingertips to the shoulder, press your feet into the floor, so our legs are going to hold us steady. Let's inhale, take the elbow up so we're tall, get some length. Exhale to the side. Nice. Now stay here. Take your head back a little bit so it's in line with the back. And now as we breathe in, we're going to start to unwind that arm and reach out to the side and see how that feels. So let's just do that a couple more times. Going to extend the arm, so the length from the hip all the way through. Good. Once more, and this time we'll hold if that feels okay. If it's not okay to hold, you can keep working back and forth. So nice steady breaths, press the feet down to hold us nice and steady. See if you can breathe into these side ribs, into the armpit. Anywhere that feels a little bit tight. And once more. And then releasing, coming all the way down. Give the arms a little shake. Then we'll have a pause in between. If you feel you want more of a rest, you can rest on your elbows. It can also just be nice for the lower back. So taking some deep breaths. Let's have a little pause to allow the body to recenter. There's no need to rush anything. And then let's slowly come back up. Good, and getting ready for the other side. So again, you can hold the side of your chair. You can have the hand on your leg if that's more comfortable. So I'll just show you with the hand on the leg for this side. So let's bring left fingertips, press your heels down. You want to feel these thighs are working. Going to inhale, take the shoulder, take the elbow up. We're going to exhale over to the side. Go to the legs, hold us steady. Check that your neck is comfortable. And now we can inhale and reach away. Exhale back to the shoulder. Good. So just exploring that. And this time, if it feels comfortable to hold, you can hold. Otherwise, keep the arm flowing with the breath. And it's this side that we want to be feeling the length. Breathing into these side ribs. Good. One more breath. And then taking the hand back to the shoulder, slowly come back up. Shaking out the arms. And again, let's have a nice little rest forward. So find a comfortable place for your feet. Let the elbows rest on your legs. Can be nice to rest the fingers together. If you feel you want or need a deeper stretch in your back, then feel free to take the hands to the floor if that's appropriate for you. So whatever feels comfortable. Again, it can be nice to close the eyes. If not, find a spot on the floor just to let the eyes relax onto. And then let's gently come all the way back up. Going to take the feet back to hip distance and just let the knees have a little swing from side to side. And then come back to the center. Lovely. So we're going to return to stretching out that right leg with the toes pointing up. And we're thinking about releasing the back of the body. So the left foot's going to press down. We're taking the hands onto the top of the thigh. But first, think about lengthening the spine, lengthening the torso, and we're keeping that length. You want to be aware of the joint here in your hips. And as we exhale, we're folding forward. So not curling the back. So sliding the hands down, look towards the tops of your toes. Inhale, come back up. Good. So imagine you're taking the heart center towards your toes. So we keep that length in the front of the body. And this way we can feel a lot more in the back of the leg. Good. And then if it feels okay to hold the position, we're going to stay here and breathe. Slowly come back up. Going to bend the knee. Take the feet back a little and just treading from heel to heel. So we just get a nice bit of movement in the ankles and the toes. Nice, good. So realigning in our starting position, it's like a sitting Tadasana or mountain pose. And then let's slide away the left leg. So the heel rests on the floor. And then be aware of the hips. So we want to avoid slouching back. We want to be as upright as possible. And it might be even just this position feels very intense in the back of the leg, in which case that's great. Stay here and work with the breath and maybe just work on trying to be more upright. If you're comfortably upright, then the next stage is to lean forward. So again, we can exhale, keeping the torso long. Inhaling, coming back up. Good. So again, we're thinking about taking the heart center towards the toes. Now, of course, it won't reach, but it makes the movement very different to if we think about head to knee, we tend to curl over. And what we want is the length. So we think about the heart towards the toes. And again, if it's okay to hold the position, then do. Otherwise, keep flowing with the breath. So just feel that nice lengthening in the backs of the legs. Good. And then coming back up, bending the knees. And again, take the feet back a little. And we'll have a little, almost like walking on the spot. Good. Nice. So let's come back to our mountain pose. So you've got ankles under knees, nice upright back. And now we are going to do a kind of walking on the spot. So we're thinking about a bit of core strength. So again, we want to keep the torso upright. And in our next movement, just be conscious of trying to not tilt back. Okay, so we want to keep the body upright. And as we exhale, going to gently draw the belly in, lift the right foot, breathe in, come down. So we exhale, gently drawing back, breathe in, come down. Now the foot doesn't have to come very high. And again, the focus is on keeping the upper body really steady, and we're not tilting backwards. We're not collapsing the lower back. So keep the back upright, strong. We're activating our core. Good. So even if you just come a tiny bit off the floor, it means that we're working the muscles we want to. What often happens is in trying to lift the leg, we get a bit of a tilting back. And that's not activating what we're wanting to work. So don't worry about how high your knee's coming. Just really focus on keeping the upper body steady. Making the effort on your exhale. So we're decreasing the pressure in the belly. So breathe out as we effort. Relax, breathe in, exhale. Good. And a little bit of coordination to add in. So this time we take a breath in, going to exhale, right knee, left hand. Inhale, come down, exhale. Again, be aware of your back, that we stay upright. If you'd like a stronger version for your arms and your torso, you can have the arms upright, and we exhale, hands to knee, hand to knee. So again, just choosing the version that feels right for today. Or you may be somewhere in between. So again, finding the arm position that feels right for you, that we're not compromising the back. You want to feel that we're working a bit on the core. Good. Last one on each side. Good. Release the arms down, give them a little shake out. Hold on to your chair. We're going to straighten both legs, give them a little shake out. Good. Coming back. Okay. So let's now do a slightly stronger version. Again, if this doesn't feel okay for you, then do the version we just did with lifting with the bent leg. We're going to hold on to the chair for some support. And this time, all on an exhale, we're going to lift the right knee, push the heel away, lower down, breathe in as you bring your foot back. And then we'll change sides. So we exhale, 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 breathe in. Good. Exhaling, breathing in. So this is going to be stronger potentially on your core and your back. And if it feels too much, then continue working, lifting alternate knees. So just remembering the effort is on the exhale, so we can draw the belly in, we can feel these muscles working. Let them relax as you breathe in. So we're not clenching the whole time. We activate the muscles on the effort and the exhale. Relax, breathe in. Good. Once more on each side. Good. And again, have a nice little rock from side to side. Good. So the last thing we're doing with the legs is working in chair pose, which we're kind of already in, but we're going to do a version where we're working again on strengthening the legs. So we're starting with the shins vertical, feet hip distance and parallel. You want to make sure that you've got your heels and toes really nicely connected with the ground. Let the arms relax by your side, lengthen your spine. So we're keeping that length, breathing in. And as you exhale, we're looking forward, sweeping the arms, leaning forward, press into your heels. Good, breathing in, coming back. So turn sideways for you. We exhale, extend the arms, leaning forward. Breathing in, coming back. So you want to feel you're taking some weight into the feet, even though we stay sitting. Good. And once more. Good. So have a little breather. The next stage of this is to follow through to come to standing. If you know that's not the right thing for you, again, continue the practice staying seated. If you feel that it's safe for you to try this, then we're going to, again, have your feet hip distance apart. Just bring them back very slightly. We're going to sit a little further back in the seat, just so that when we're standing, we're a bit closer to the chair. Making sure your heels are really connected with the floor. So to be steady when we stand, you want good connection through the feet. So hands relax by your side. Going to breathe in nice and tall. As you exhale, it's the same thing, but look up, follow through, press into your heels, standing up. Take a breath in. Exhale, going to reverse back down. So bend the knees, really sticking out your tailbone, finding the chair coming down. Good. Breathing in. Exhale, leaning forward, come up to standing. Take a breath in. Exhaling, coming back down. Good. Again, feel free to change the arm position if fully raised arms are not so comfortable for you. Again, really lengthening as we come down. Good. So take a rest if you need, but if you're okay to continue, we can do a few more. So the trick coming down is to really stick your rear out, find the seat. And all the power is through the legs. Good. Lovely, last one. Good, breathe in. Exhale, coming back down. Lovely, so let's just release out the shoulders. Going to sit towards the edge. And just let your legs really relax, releasing the hips and the thighs. Good. And then coming back to the center. It's going to sit back a bit in the chair, so a little bit more supported and comfortable. We're starting to think about coming towards some relaxation. So the first thing is we're just going to float the arms out to the side. Take a nice breath in and lengthen the arms. As you exhale, we're going to wrap the arms around the body. Notice which arm is on top. We're just hugging the shoulders. Okay, if you want to avoid squashing the chest, you can just take the arms a bit away from the body. Let the back rest onto your chair. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. One more deep breath. Slowly unwind the arms all the way out to the side. Really long arms as you breathe in. And then crossing the opposite arm on top, hugging the shoulders, finding a comfortable place for your arms. Breathing into your upper back. One more deep breath. Opening the arms all the way out. Slowly float the hands up and together. And bringing them back down. Let the shoulders relax. And take 3 deep breaths. Feeling the feet on the floor. Great. So coming into some relaxation now. So grab whatever you need to be comfortable and to be warm. Feel free to use extra cushions. You might want to put on some socks or a jumper. You might want to pop a blanket over you. So getting to a position where you feel completely supported and relaxed. So feeling that the back is supported and you can lean into the chair. Let your hands rest somewhere where you can let the weight of the arms go. So it might be having the hands in your lap. You might prefer to let them hang down by your side, wherever you feel comfortable. Then just letting the weight of the legs go. So feeling them being supported by the chair and the floor. And then gently closing your eyes, or just simply gaze down towards the floor. Just letting the mind and the body rest. So letting go now of any control of the breath. And just allowing the body to breathe itself. Just taking your mind to your breath. Observing without changing. So just noticing the flow of breath in and out of the body. Noticing the sensations of the breath. Noticing the rate of your breath. So letting the whole face be relaxed. Releasing the jaw, the lips, the tongue, and the throat. Let the breath be easy. Soften the belly. Softening the palms of the hands. Softening the soles of the feet. Feeling the whole body is deeply relaxed. And if you find thoughts coming in or your mind wandering off, that's completely normal. Just gently bring your awareness back to your breath, perhaps to your nostrils, and focus on the sensation of the breath as it flows in and out of the body. Noticing the difference in the sensation between your inhale and your exhale. And with each exhale, feeling the body becoming even more deeply relaxed. Just allowing yourself this time and space. Be still, peaceful, relaxed, and calm. And then slowly bringing your awareness back into the whole body. Feeling the contact with the chair, feeling the contact with the floor. Just start to take 1 or 2 deeper breaths. Begin to stretch your fingers and toes. Gently drop the chin towards the chest. Bring the hands together and rub till they're nice and warm. And then cup your warm hands over your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Gently opening your eyes behind your hands. Let the head come upright. And then slowly start to spread the fingers, bringing the palms together. Touching our fingertips to our foreheads for right thoughts, to our lips for right words, to our hearts for right action. Om Shanti. Well done for doing your yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to joining you again. Have a lovely rest of your day.